Yes, yes, yes! And I'm calling it the Nonary Game! Evidence Audition!
No sooner had we stepped out of the garden than I saw the 3 people I'd watched leave through the green door sometime earlier. Whoa, what are you guys doing here?
We gotta be asking you the same thing. How'd you get here?
Sigma, hand me the map.
Map. Oh, right. I dug the map into my pocket and spread it out in front of us.
You 3 came in through the blue door, right? And which room did you go into?
This fan-shaped one. It's called the Bee Garden.
Bee garden?
It's this big dome with a bunch of plants in it. Look, you can go see it yourself later, alright?
What about you guys?
Well, after we went through the green door, we ended up in the treatment center.
Well, then we met up. Right here.
So, what's the treatment center? It sounds a lot like the infirmary.
You wanna have a look? We can go back to any of the rooms we've already visited. So?
Sure, let's have a look. After a few moments of brisk walking, we found ourselves in the treatment center. Oh look, they've solved the puzzles. It's a nice touch.
They're why this
What are
is called
those?
a treatment. Those pods can cure a number of illnesses and even repair certain injuries.
Whoa, that's nuts.
How about you climb in one of them, Dio?
Why?
Well, maybe it can fix whatever's wrong with your brain.
Hey, you wanna start something, lady?
Calm down now, son. You don't cool off a bit and I'll have to throw you in one of these pods here.
Huh? Why?
Weren't you paying attention? They have a cold sleep function. I figured that ought to cool your head up.
Wait, did you say cold sleep? That's where they freeze you, right? And you can stay that way for a really long time?
Yeah?
According to some records we found in here, until about 8 hours ago, there were 3 frozen people in these pods.
3 people? Who?
You mean 3 of us were? We don't know. All we found was what was in the logs for the pods.
How long were they here?
No idea. Part of the logs were erased. All that's left is when the cold sleep function turned off. It records them thawing out, getting up. That's it.
Then they could be anyone.
Well, anyone but you.
What? Why not Alice?
Because you don't need a device like this to freeze Alice. Am I wrong?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't need to play dumb. The water in your body isn't normal water. It's something called Ice 9. It freezes at 96.8 degrees. That means all you have to do to put yourself in cold sleep is drop your body temperature below 96.8. No fancy machine needed.
Where on earth did you hear that?
From Clover.
Clover?
When we were exploring the lounge during the first round.
I see.
What's so funny?
Oh man, you fell for that one hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? Clover was messing with you. That is, if she even said anything to you at all. It was a lie. A joke?
A joke? No, there's no way it was a joke. I'm sure about it. Your body is made of Ice 9.
Well, you're mistaken. It's a ridiculous misunderstanding. An urban legend.
With seemingly no other prompting, Alice launched into a lengthy explanation, going something like this. Oh boy, guess whose end we're getting. At some point in the past, someone found a frozen, mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. People began to refer to her as All Ice, which eventually simply became Alice. Rumors that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
They say that the mummy finally thawed, and when it did, it began to move. And ever since then, I've had people say they thought I was her. I mean, really? How could anyone believe something so ridiculous? The existence of this mysterious Alice and of this ice that doesn't melt are just urban legends.
But why would people make that mistake about you in particular?
It can't just be because your name's Alice. There are tons of Alices.
Is it because of your face and how you look?
Well, it is true that I am both beautiful and elegant. Can I really be blamed if people think I'm an Egyptian queen? I don't think that's the only reason, though. Someone who made that mistake said something to me. They claimed they'd seen me before. Of course, I immediately pressed the issue. Do you mean the mummy, Alice? I said. When? Where? Of course, they were at a loss. In fact, I began to feel a little sorry for them. So I told them, if you're so convinced, then maybe I am actually Alice. But maybe I've lost my memory and can't remember who I am. And so on and so on. I'm still not sure why Clover would tell you something like that, though. Even if she was just messing with you, it seems a little out of left field.
You really think she put that much thought into it? She was probably just screwing with him, and it was the first thing that came to mind. Maybe she wanted to see if she could get him to believe something completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see her doing something like that. Well, I think that's enough idle gossip for now. The cold sleep business is interesting, but I don't think it's terribly useful.
Except it, like, legitimately is.
We should go see
Unless
if the
Quark
other team
doesn't
has
snap in
returned to
this
the warehouse
timeline.
yet.
At Alice's request, we made our way out of the treatment center. And here we run into everyone else. No, we run in the white doors. Warehouse B. This is...
It looks like another warehouse.
It looks like the same warehouse.
Hey,
really
look.
doesn't.
3 more doors.
They're all glowing white. You think...
Those might be the next set of chromatic doors.
I'd bet on it. Look, they've got the same boxes next to them as the other doors.
So the next set of doors are white?
They haven't all been the same color before.
We definitely need to tell the others about this.
Right. Let's head back to floor A. What the fuck is with this room? Oh boy, I get to watch more elevators for a little bit. Warehouse A.
Oh, thank goodness.
So here's where we play the AB game. There's another novel section before it, and then we have 2 things. But Trey seems like it leads to more place. Anyway,
You finally returned. I was beginning to get anxious.
just curious where we're going. Did something happen?
Yes, it's Quark, you see. What? What happened to Quark? He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room. What? Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. Clover is looking after him, but his condition could change at any moment. You should go. Oh no.
Tenyoji shoved Kay aside and left through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
Son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
If only we had a nurse who could diagnose him. Well, we've got Luna.
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but...
You have to take a look at him then, please. Quark needs your help.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Nuclear magnetic resonance imaging. Actually, magnetic resonance imaging is just MRI, right? So that's not that unusual, but
Yes,
nuclear
I
MRI
believe
seems
it
weird.
can.
Sorry, what was my line? So that thing can tell us what's wrong with the Quark, okay.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
Oh, I can't skip this one. The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body. Within seconds, his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
Yes, he's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean?
Yeah, I told Alice and Tenmyoji about it.
Fi and I heard about it from Luna.
Dio and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. They must have seen the newspaper clipping that Quark found. Dio and Luna learned about it from the newspaper clipping. Or did they? I'd stayed behind after the AB game and they'd all split up and gone to different rooms. It seemed like one way or another everyone had heard about Radical 6.
No, he can't. How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Tenmyoji known about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
There must be something we can do! How can we cure him?
Well, Adam says there's an antiviral serum called Excelivir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
I don't trust a damn thing you say. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, but Io's telling the truth. We didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you? Did you find anything?
No, nothing like medicine. I mean, it was just like a park. Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
We visited the laboratory. There were a number of chemicals and concoctions there, some of which were medicine, but nothing like what we're searching for, I'm afraid.
Except the lab does have
Oh
Excelivir.
God. He's going to... Oh God, no.
Look, just to be sure, the three of you went to the treatment center, right? And you're sure it wasn't there?
No, there was nothing even remotely like it. You went there too, didn't you? The only thing in the treatment center are those treatment pods.
Treatment pods. That's it! If we put Quark in one of those pods... For a moment there was silence.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake!
Get away from me!
What?
Can't skip this one?
I can't.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
Like, we have seen this
Like-
before.
This!
Quark's hand moves like lightning, we grab him. We hold him down on the bed and take the scalpel. Why can't I skip this?
Right.
On it.
I guess because people do
too.
things a little
Stop
differently.
it! Let go of me!
Tenmyoji. I'm not good at this. This is the same.
Oh, right.
Damn you, bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to. They can't lock a police. You have to let me. Let me. I kill some and kill. Ah!
Like, why can't I skip this? It's the same. We don't see who takes the scalpel.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well,
But it's
I mean,
probably still
what?
Alice.
They're so...
Soparil?
That's the anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelets.
Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tim. It won't hurt him.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay. Let me just... Okay,
Good. Wait. Now, do
Hit
it!
him with
No!
the gun.
Stop!
Bang. And he's down.
According to... Yes,
What about how long will it last?
he shouldn't wake up.
Man, you sure?
I think that might... It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason.
Yeah?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this radical sick?
oh, not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article. Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses do the same thing. I was just making a guess. So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too? Yes, at least I think so.
Interesting to note, Alice is not still in the room with us. There we go. There stood Alice, with her hands on the scalpel. She took it from Quark. Her eyes were hollow. She was not well.
We're all going. We're all dead already. Only terrorists would resort to biological warfare. But they will. Soon.
Hey, what the hell are you talking?
You don't understand. All of humanity is going to die. The virus will... Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
And then she runs off to the crew quarters to kill herself. So this is a little different this time. We actually get to see her stab. Instead of just tell everybody she stabbed. It's interesting that we can do that without actually seeing her do it. We can just say, oh yeah, no, she has Radical 6. She must have tried to kill herself.
You lost her.
Yeah, I don't know which way she
Well,
went.
let's split up and look. Quickly. She can't have gotten too far.
Right.
Look, if you find her, it's probably best not to shout or anything. Just do your best not to provoke her. Understood?
Gotcha.
Tenmyoji, I think you should stay here with Quark. The rest of us can look for Alice. Sound good?
Yeah, I stay here. Got it.
All right, let's move, people. Get going.
At Phi's command, we scattered, filtering off into the different doors. As I ran, I thought, where should I look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet. Except it's not. No one here, huh? Damn, where did she go? Planning was gonna help anything. I need to go look somewhere else. I'll go down to the second floor. There's gonna be more in this fucking elevator. Nonsense, filling time. Shoot, nothing in the treatment center either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad if we haven't stopped work. I need to hurry. I headed to the garden next. I'd only gone a few steps from the walkway through the grass when I stopped short. Alice.
Here you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up. I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her. When you showed up, I was getting ready to carry her to the infirmary.
And she's, alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
So she's just unconscious.
Looks like it.
What about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here. Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary. Give me a hand here.
Right. Alice was lighter than I'd expected. Fine, I managed to set off toward the infirmary at a brisk trot.